Alright, so if you've been on the internet like at all recently, you've probably seen hundreds, if not thousands, of these Studio Ghibli style images, right? Okay, maybe not thousands, but there's a lot of them around right now. And you're probably wondering, what is this all about? So thanks to ChatGPT's newest update, you can basically create any image you want in any style you can think of. And yes, that is as insane as it sounds. So today I'm going to show you exactly how you can create your own image and turn it into a Ghibli inspired work of art with no drawing skills whatsoever, which is actually great for me personally because I cannot draw to save my life. Alright, so why is everyone suddenly turning themselves into anime characters? Let's talk about the Totoro in the room. See what I did there? Studio Ghibli style art is everywhere right now. You scroll through social media and you'll see people transforming their selfies into these magical portraits. It all started with OpenAI's release of GPT-4o, which is one of the newest models powering ChatGPT. And one of its coolest features is that you can now generate insanely detailed images directly inside the chat. So you don't need any extra tools or fancy software. So what happened when people realized it could replicate the look and feel of classic Ghibli films? Boom, instant viral trend. Actually, the ChatGPT servers were so overwhelmed, OpenAI had to slow down the rollout because the demand was just off the charts. They just couldn't cope with it. Okay, so let's take a second to understand why the Studio Ghibli style is so popular right now. So if you've ever watched the Studio Ghibli yourself, maybe Spirited Away or My Neighbor Totoro, you'll know exactly what I mean. Ghibli isn't just an animation, it's emotion. There's almost this balance of innocence, detail and wonder. The characters feel real, the worlds feel alive. It just has a certain feel about it. Now, thanks to AI, anyone can tap into that magic. Even people who cannot draw a stick figure, which is me. I cannot draw a stick figure. So how exactly does it work? It's pretty simple really. ChatGPT's new image generation lets you upload a photo and then describe how you want it to be transformed. You can type something like, let's say, turn this into a Studio Ghibli style scene with soft watercolor textures, glowing skies and whimsical details like something from Totoro. And a few seconds later, you have your very own anime inspired artwork. It really is as simple as that. And the craziest part about all of this is free users can access this. They can create up to 3 images per day. So yeah, you literally don't even need to pay for this. Alright, so now that you know a bit more about what this latest internet craze is, let's go over this step by step and I'll help you to create your own Ghibli style images in ChatGPT. Alright, so first thing you want to do is head over to ChatGPT. You can just Google it if you have any trouble finding it. You can either just log in if you already have a login, or you can sign up if you haven't already made an account. The next thing you want to do is click this drop down box up here. So just make sure you're using the GPT-4o model. So that's this one right here. Just make sure that one's selected. All right, so the next thing you want to do is click this plus button here. You can click upload from computer, this one right here. We'll upload an image of me and we will ask it to, let's go with transform this into a Studio Ghibli style image with dreamy skies, lush landscapes and soft watercolor effects, or something like that. All you need to do is click this create image button to turn it into the image generation mode. Make sure you've uploaded your image and click this button right here. And now we just sit back, relax and let ChatGPT work its magic basically. Alright guys, give it a few minutes and there we go. I've got my Studio Ghiblified image right here, which looks amazing. You can click this button up here just to save and download it. And then you can just pretty much flex it all over the internet, which most people have been doing. So yeah, it really is as simple as that. Just upload your image, give it a prompt, and voila, you have a Studio Ghibli themed image. And pro tip, the more detailed your prompt, the better your results will be. So make sure you include as much detail as possible, and if you're not getting the results you're kind of looking for, maybe just have a look at your prompts and tweak it a little bit. All right, so now that you understand this new feature a little bit more and you know how to do it yourself, I just wanted to take a minute to show you some of the images that other people have created, so as to help you understand how insane this new ChatGPT feature is, because it really is just a complete game changer. So I've got a couple of tabs open here. So let's have a look at this one here. So we've got this image right here, which is a Studio Ghibli theme of one of the classic memes. These have been trending everywhere. Like any meme you can think of, people have turned into a Studio Ghibli version, which is amazing and hilarious. We've got you can do like cyberpunk kind of theme, which is really cool. So we've got that one there. We also have more of a kind of anime style. So we've got like the Blackpink album cover right here. And this person's transformed it into kind of like a Naruto style, which is really cool. I love Naruto, so that's really cool. We have memes of the ChatGPT feature itself, which is, yeah, that's amazing. I love that. We also have, I mean, it's even being used in relation to like politics and stuff. So we've got like Elon Musk behind Trump here. So that's kind of become a big thing. We have, yeah, so this is really cool. So there are certain AI tools, you can give them images and they will basically just transform them into animations. For me personally, I use Kling a lot for that. So people are using ChatGPT to create Studio Ghibli versions of the original images and then transforming them into actual animations, which is incredible. Like, it's ridiculous what you can do with AI right now. And there's also this really cool style, which is like an action figure style. So people have been doing this with like a lot of big celebrities, YouTubers. We've got Mr. Beast action figure here, and this was all generated by ChatGPT. Like, this is AI generated, which is just, you know, insane. We've also got a use case here which is quite interesting. So people are using it to create and sell either digital products or physical products. So they're using it to kind of like help with the marketing of their businesses. This is one of my personal favorites. So obviously Severance has been trending recently. If you don't know, it's like a massive TV show. We've just finished the second season. It is amazing. So, you know, if you haven't already, go and watch it. We've got like Studio Ghibli style Severance scenes right here, which is just, I mean, so cool. It's so cool. And what's even cooler than still images is a claymation video of the Severance workers right here, which again is just, yeah, so cool. So yeah, there's pretty much an endless list of things you can do with this at the moment. And it's just really cool to see everyone coming together as like a community and kind of like sharing their ideas. All right, so ChatGPT's new image generation is incredible, but it's also kind of a big deal. So just think about this. A few years ago, creating something like this would have required years of practice, or you would have just had to hire a professional artist. But now anyone can do it in seconds with just a simple prompt. The fact that anyone can create these images is amazing, but it's also really controversial at the moment. So some people are saying that the AI art lacks any soul because it basically just copies instead of creates. Other people see it as a tool, like a camera or Photoshop, just something you use which empowers you to express your creative ideas in different ways. For me personally, I do understand it from maybe like an artist point of view. I understand there might be a lot of frustration in the time and effort a human being puts into creating a piece of artwork, and that has now been replicated by AI, which can do it in seconds. So I do understand that point of view. For me personally, I absolutely love anime. Like, it is one of my biggest hobbies. You know, I've seen everything: Bleach, Naruto, One Piece. So to be able to just give an AI an image and ask it to turn me into an anime character or like a Studio Ghibli version of myself is incredible, especially given that I have no artistic skills whatsoever. I cannot even draw a good stick man. I'm not kidding. I'm also a big believer in kind of like AI and tech, and I think it's now a fact that AI is the future. Like, we have all of these AI tools at our disposal, and the rate at which AI is growing is just kind of unfathomable at the moment. It's just, you know, the industry is just going to keep growing and growing year on year. So I do see it from both points of views, but again, it is a very controversial topic at the moment. So I'm interested to know, what do you guys think about all of this? You know, do you think AI art is the future, or do you think it's just kind of ripping off, you know, famous artists and stuff like that? I'd love to know what you think, so leave a comment down below. Alright, I think that pretty much wraps up our deep dive into the latest trend of AI and Ghibli style art. It is very fun, it's very fascinating, there's a lot going on. If you want to go ahead and try this for yourself, you know how to do it now, so, you know, go ahead, create something magical or inspiring. And hey, if you're into like cool AI tools and, you know, techie stuff, make sure to check out this video here. Hopefully I've put it in the right place, which is about Manus, which is the world's first general AI agent.